Hey guys, it's KC3 here. I'm going to do another strategy tutorial video. This time we're going to do Giant Healer. It's not one of my favorite strategies just because it's a little slow. I don't get a lot of 3 stars with it unless it's a really weak base. But for lower levels that don't have a lot of higher stuff yet, it can be a really good strategy to help you get a lot of loot. So this is what I kind of normally take in with my giant healers. 16 giants, which obviously mine are level 6. If you're a level lower, it's okay, take a little bit more. You gotta take some usually take four healers too, because usually healers get taken out by air bombs or air defenses, and you can use 2 of them to get you past the air defense and drop 2 more to heal them back up again. Take a few goblins because obviously your giants are not going to go towards anything that unless it resembles a defensive unit. So take a few goblins because that'll help you collect some of the loot that you're actually looting for right now. Wall breakers are probably the most important. You got to get through a couple of first layers of walls first, or at least open them up so the giants have easy access. I also have 4 spells that I'm taking with me. 2 lightning spells because that'll kill a mortar, which is good when you're in the early stages of the game to make sure that you're not going to get a mortar that takes out all of your wall breakers and then it slows everything down. Healing spell in the early part of the game too, so if you're going for a air defense, you want to not really waste your healers trying to heal your giants, trying to kill that air defense, so you can use this to keep them healed up in the beginning stages, and then obviously a rage spell to get you through a little faster too. One tip on that, try not to use the spell and rage spell on top of each other, because usually in my experience the rage spell will cause your giants to get through faster, which will run you out of your heal spell ring that you have, which kind of limits its effectiveness. You want to get your guys healed back up and then maybe use the rage spell. So I'm not quite full on my clan castle, but 20 out of 25 is okay, so we'll just go from there. Alright, so let's try to find somebody here and see what we can do. I also have my king and queen. I'll try not to use them too much, but let's see if we can get some good loot here. This is where walls really help you, because obviously this wall is going to be harder for me to get through and be close to a 3-star, so I'm probably not going to do this one. Yellow walls, or gold walls I should say, are really what you're looking for with this strategy. Anything that or lower, the giants can get through pretty quickly. These are a little too easy. Let's get a somewhat harder one with some money here. So I'm also looking for air defenses that are near the outside of the base too, because they'll be easier to kill for my giants initially, which then I can drop my wall breakers. These are all pretty easy. Way too easy. Let's get a little bit of something here. No money to it. Gotta get something that's gonna be at least worth my attack. That's another thing too. Try to, attack things that you can win, but also you gotta make up for the money you just spent on all these troops. So try to get something that's a little better. Use the giant healer strategy a lot because it's expensive. Usually I just use the barbarian archer because there's less money put into it, more money gained. And most of the time when these bases have a lot of money, like this one, they're in the pumps on the outside here. This one might not be a bad one to try, but another thing to avoid probably is a lot of pockets too. Pockets are longer for your giants to break through, so we'll avoid that one. This one doesn't have too many pockets, but there's not a lot of money with it. Let's see. And of course, try to avoid spring traps. It's not easy to avoid, but if you can go a different way where you think there might not be spring traps, obviously go that way. Spring traps are the giant's worst enemy in this situation because you can't heal the giant that's been flung off the map. Now my healers too are level 3, which means they do 55 healing. That's another thing you can look at as well. Like these cannons here, I believe are around the 50, so they're not going to really be taking down my giants very much if they're attacking it, which is what you want. No good bases here. I might have to fast forward through this for you guys, trying to find a good one here. Lots of pockets. This one's not too bad. See, the problem with this one is it's not bad, but these guys are smart putting air defenses in the middle because then it takes long to get there and continues to shoot all my other defenses. No. Alright, looks like I'm not going to get a lot of loot here, so let's just show you guys a good one to do. I don't really care what the loot is. Okay, this one looks pretty good. Has a lot of pockets, or not a lot of individual pockets, so my guys can move through it pretty quickly. Now this guy was dumb too, because he also left a spot open in the middle of his base. So that might be a good spot to drop. I'm going to do one more. I need a little more loot than that. That's just sad. This one's better. Okay. So let's look here. So, wall breakers. A lot of, no, I don't like this one. A lot of pockets. That's the biggest thing. The more pockets you have, the harder it is for wall breakers to break through, because they're going to have to attack each individual pocket. So like this would be actually a pretty good one to attack, because there's not a lot of pockets. The air defense sucks on it though. I want to give you guys a little bit of a challenge here. Okay, here's a good one. This would be normally a really good one for my normal strategies because everything's in the pumps, but I'm just going to show you how to attack it. So, let's see. We need to lure him out first, so let's do that over there. Nothing in the clan castle, which is fantastic. Let's get them out here. You must get rid of any giants or any barbarian kings, I'm sorry, I should say, before you do any of this, because they will screw up giants bad. It does that sometimes. There we go. Okay. So now, let's take out... Let's start from the top here. So let's get rid of this guy. Look at that. Got some good hits on those air defenses too. Okay, so now let's do giant. Let's kind of start with 8 first here. Oh, that was a good wally there. See, that's why we don't put all the giants out in the beginning, because they will get soaked up by that. Yeah, see, that was not a very good heal spell. Let's get through that. See, not a huge. Giants are too slow. I misclicked one of the spells there, so it didn't help me too much. But in the world of Clan Wars, I wouldn't use this very much unless you got a lower guy with not a lot of pockets that you have to get through because it's slow. Now, some people like to do 4 rage spells. That also works pretty well too. That'll get them through really quick, and that could be another one to try too. But just wanted to kind of show you the general strategy behind it. Hopefully it helps a little bit. Again, it's not one of my strongest things, but there we go.